Can you believe it? 240 million years ago, a creature appeared on Earth with a neck longer than its body. And a tail that was even longer, a design from the underworld. It was called by paleontologists the most absurd evolutionary bug of the Triassic period. Thanks to this bug, it also became the laziest creature at the time. And it was also because of this bug that its species ultimately went extinct. It is the creature jokingly called the one with a neck longer than its life, Tanystropheus. Tanystropheus belongs to the order Rhynchosauria family Tanystrophiidae. Tanystropheus is a genus of the family Tanystrophiidae. There are currently two recognized valid species, the giant Tanystropheus and the small Tanystropheus. It is not a dinosaur, but a distant cousin of dinosaurs, belonging to the more primitive archosauriforms. It is more closely related to crocodiles and pterosaurs. It lived from 245 to 228 million years ago. In the late Triassic to early late Triassic, it only existed for 17 million years, considered short-lived in the paleontology world. In 1852 on Mount St. George on the border of Sweden and Italy, miners unearthed a pile of strange bones, resembling bamboo segments. Everyone was baffled at the time. Some said they were pterosaur wings. Some said they were bone fragments of giant sea cucumbers. Some even thought they were toe bones of ancient humans. For a full half-century, the paleontology world was just guessing, until 1907 10.0 centimeters. German paleontologist Ferdinand von Huene, after research, finally confirmed it was the neck of some kind of reptile. 10.0 centimeters finally confirmed it was the neck of some kind of reptile. Thus Tanystropheus officially debuted. This discovery directly rewrote the marine life atlas of the Triassic period. No one expected, long before dinosaurs ruled the land, there were already these creatures in the sea, with ridiculously long necks. According to fossil calculations, adult large sauropods were nearly 6 meters long, with necks measuring 3 meters, longer than their torso and tail combined. They were the original long-necked monsters. Even more absurd, this 3-meter neck had only 12 cervical vertebrae, compared to the plesiosaur's neck with over 70 vertebrae. Although plesiosaurs were more than twice as long as sauropods, this neck proportion seemed unreasonable no matter how you looked at it. Each cervical vertebra of the sauropod was like a hollow steel pipe, thin and long, reinforced underneath by rib-like structures like rebar, so its neck couldn't twist flexibly. It couldn't raise its head. It couldn't turn at sharp angles. Can only swing up and down within a small range, like a fishing rod fixed to its body. Although it cannot twist, it is extremely pressure resistant. It can dive to a depth of 50 meters underwater. Its breath holding time far exceeds that of modern reptiles. At the same time, its cervical spine is extremely strong. It can withstand a pulling force 10 times its own weight, but it just can't bend. Typically, stiffness is maxed out. Flexibility is zero. Due to movies or documentaries, many people confuse Tanystropheus with plesiosaurs. Some even think they are members of the same family, but in reality they are worlds apart. Tanystropheus belongs to the order Proterosuchia, while Plesiosaurus belongs to the superorder Sauropterygia. Tanystropheus has 12 cervical vertebrae. Plesiosaurus has at least 70 or more. The Tanystropheus had 4 limbs, while the Plesiosaurus had flippers. The Tanystropheus was semi-aquatic. The Plesiosaurus was fully aquatic, and their lifespans were separated by at least 10 million years. The Tanystropheus lived from 245 to 228 million years ago, while the Plesiosaurus only appeared 230 million years ago, truly flourishing in the Jurassic period. The two only overlapped for a brief few million years. Their similar appearance was a result of convergent evolution, not a close relation. Many people think the 6-meter-long Tanystropheus would be heavy, about the same as an adult lion. Exceeding this proportion, it couldn't even lift its head. Its limbs were typical of a semi-aquatic creature, with long slender toes. The 5th toe was particularly long, allowing it to paddle in water and crawl on land. Simply put, it can swim. It can get ashore but can't run fast. Its skull is small and its snout is pointed. November. Its eyes are set far back. It's a typical ambush predator setup. Its teeth are thin and curved, like a row of small hooks, specifically designed to lock onto slippery prey. Tanystropheus was not widely distributed, living mainly in the ancient Tethys oceans, shallow seas or intertidal zones, which is present-day southern Europe, and the Guizhou and Yunnan regions of China. It was neither an apex predator, nor a bottom-feeding small fish, but an ambush predator of the mid to upper levels. It would usually lie on the seabed, or on the coastal rocks, quietly extending its 3-meter neck, like a fishing rod waiting for fish and shrimp to swim by. Suddenly it lunges and bites, swallowing them whole. No tearing, no chasing the whole process. The key is steady, precise and stealthy. The shoreline mage. In 2020 a paper was published in Current Biology. Scientists confirmed through CT scan research that there were actually 2 species of long-necked dinosaurs, large and small. They shared the same ocean, but their ecological niches were completely separate. The larger species fed on fish and cephalopods over 30 centimeters. The smaller species only ate shrimp and crustaceans. This is equivalent to within the same family. Some must eat abalone and sea cucumber, while others can only eat bran and wild vegetables, completely avoiding competition for food. This is extremely rare among prehistoric creatures. This is extremely rare in paleontology. and the latest soft tissue fossils show their bodies were covered in overlapping scales. 10.0 centimeters not smooth aquatic skin. The gluteal muscles were extremely developed, which could be used to balance their super long necks. Otherwise they'd fall into the water after a couple of steps on land. And they would also crawl ashore like sea turtles to lay eggs. Crawl ashore to lay eggs. Their eggs had leathery shells, making them extremely fragile, so their reproductive rate was relatively low compared to other semi-aquatic reptiles. Many people will ask, why such a bizarre creature evolved a 3-meter-long neck? The answer is quite practical. It was to be lazy. In the shallow seas of the Triassic period, competition was fierce. It didn't want to fight others for food, didn't want to swim desperately, so it evolved a long neck, staying put, to eat food others couldn't reach, to survive with the lowest energy expenditure. This is an extreme energy-saving evolution. Unfortunately, the neck was its strength, and its downfall. It was precisely this unreasonable body structure that led to the giraffe's ridiculously numerous natural enemies Angobardicus. In 2023, scientists in Germany discovered total shocking fossils of decapitated giraffes. The Middle Triassic marine Lagerstätte of Monte San Giorgio both preserve a complete skull and an incomplete cervical column which abruptly terminates at Tanystropheus. The Middle Triassic marine loggers of Monte San Giorgio Lani. The culprits were the top marine predators of the time, ichthyosaurs and placodonts. This is the first direct evidence of decapitation predation in Earth's history. In other words, its long neck was both a hunting marvel and its fatal flaw, a death sentence. In the shallow seas of the Triassic, it was a mobile buffet for its neck. Once spotted by a large predator, it was basically doomed because it couldn't swim fast or run. Its neck was too long. It took seconds just to turn around. Its neck was extremely specialized, only suited for shallow water ambushes, not for deep water, not for pursuit, not for defense. When the environment changed, it became useless. By the late Triassic, ichthyosaurs, plesiosaurs and nothosaurs rose to prominence, swimming faster, more powerful attacks, dominating both shallow and deep waters. The Tanystropheus couldn't get food, nor escape its predators. At the same time, the Tethys Ocean repeatedly receded and transgressed. The shallow coastal intertidal zones it depended on for survival disappeared over a vast area. No home, no food, and poor defenses. This ultimately led to its direct extinction. The extinction of the Tanystropheus taught the entire Earth's biosphere a lesson: extreme specialization